Good morning everyone and welcome back to our online class of computer studies. So in the previous class I had started a chapter known as spreadsheet formulas and function. In your book this is chapter 2, but in my teaching curriculums means the online class, as per as the online class, this chapter I have made as chapter 3. Second chapter I have made algorithm and uh, flowchart and algorithm. Okay, that is second chapter, and this chapter, which is chapter 2 in your book, I have made as chapter 3. Remember this one. Now in the previous class I have told you what exactly is a spreadsheet, isn't it? So spreadsheet is what? Combination of rows and columns. So many rows and so many columns are there, used for numeric calculations. Even we can store our data also. So when we do numeric calculation, we need to use formulas. There are some inbuilt formulas known as functions also, which will come later on. So when we are talking about formula, I have told you we can use two different type of formulas, basic and compound. In basic, what I told you, single operator. If you are using plus, then only plus, minus, then only minus. Compound, use of more than one operator in a single formula. Okay, but formula when we talk about, we need to remember one point, that is formula always begin with equal to sign. If equal to sign is missing, your formula will be treated as text, not as formula. So equal to sign is very important in case of spreadsheet, basically in formula. So this part I have told you in the previous video. Even I have shown you, even explained you how to select and deselect the cell, even range of cell, how to name the range of cell, how to use that named cell. So up to this much we have completed in our previous class. So today basically we'll be going through about cell referencing. See this one, cell referencing. So today our topic is cell referencing. So first of all, what is cell referencing or cell reference? Cell reference means just to check, compare. But what you will compare? Text? No. You will compare the formula. When we write a formula in one cell and when we try to copy the formula in another cell, how they behave, what changes they do, and whether they do the changes or not. That is known as cell referencing. The behavior of the formula when they are copied from one cell and they are used in other cell. So children, this cell referencing, we have three different types. The first type is known as relative cell referencing. In case of relative cell referencing, the cell means combination of column and row. Example, if A1 is the name of the cell, that means A is column and 1 is row. That means every cell has two parts, column as well as row. When both the parts are not fixed, when you are copying, say when you are copying A1 to the next line, it will turn to B1. Okay, or maybe A2, like that. That means when the values are not fixed, when the part of address are not fixed, that is known as relative type referencing, or you can say cell referencing also. So to understand this relative part in a proper way, see this. So children, see how relative reference are done. So first of all, we need to open Microsoft Excel. The step is start button, then all program, then you need to move to Microsoft Office and ultimately select from here Microsoft Office Excel 2007, okay, or maybe 2010 also in your computer. Okay, so let me write out some name. Say I want to start from cell 1, say item name. The first block I'm just giving as item name, then second price, and third I'm giving as quantity, and fourth one is the total. Okay, and up let me do merge and center by selection and clicking on the merge and center, and I want to write student canteen. Student canteen. Okay, now item name, let me write pizza, then burger. Okay, then cold drink, and one more I will write say samosa. Okay, and let me write the price over here, say 80 rupees, 30 rupees, then let us write cold drink as 10 rupees and samosa as 5 rupees, and quantity let me give as 2, 3, 4 and 2. Okay, now let me make it this one little bit big so that it will be visible to you in a proper way. Say this much is okay. So for total let me extend up this much. Okay, and let me apply the border also, all border. So now see, I'll be using relative referencing over here. So when I will use relative referencing, the formula always begin with equal to sign, then I have to multiply this 90 to this 2. So I'll just click on the 90, so it will come B3, then the multiplication sign I'll be implementing, and the quantity part, that is C3. Now this is the formula over here, isn't it? Now if I press enter over here, so I'm getting the total of how much? 180. You can see here at the top formula bar, it is equal to B3 into C3. That means B3 is this cell and C3 is this cell. Now let me drag this one down. So when I will drag this down, I got different values, see 90, 40 and 10. Let me check the formula. Here the formula is B3 into C3. Now when I'm clicking here, the formula turns to B4 into C4. Here again B5 into C5. Here B6 into C6. That means see, the values are not fixed. Both part, that means both the column name as well as row name for the formula, both are changing here. They are not fixed. So when both parts are not fixed, such are known as relative cell referencing. Is this clear, children? So hope everyone understood what is relative cell reference. It's very simple to understand when both the part are not fixed, both are changing. That is known as relative cell referencing. Now the next means type 2 of cell referencing is absolute. Absolute cell reference. Now what does absolute means? Absolute means just opposite of relative. That means both the part of cell remain constant, remain fixed. They don't change when we copy from one part to another part. Means both column names as well as row names, means the cell name, cell address, that remain constant, that remain fixed. And to make it constant or fixed, we use one symbol, that is the dollar symbol is used to make the cell fixed. These are the symbols. So when we apply these symbols before the columns or before the row names, that particular part will be fixed. Even if you copy, it will remain the same. It will not get changed. So understand in a better way what is absolute cell reference. See this. So children, now let me explain you what is absolute reference, how it works. So as in relative reference, we have seen that formulas were not formulas were not same, like the part, both column name as well as row name were changing. Now let us take the same example in same spreadsheet, and I'm just removing the formula for the total part. Now children, here in the total, now I'll be using absolute referencing. So I'll be using equal to sign for the formula, then I'll be using the dollar symbol. Okay, this means we are fixing up. So let me write B, then again dollar, and it is B3. Okay, so I'll write here 3. See, that particular block has been selected. Now multiply multiply. Okay, I just want to multiply this all values. Okay, with say fixed number. So instead of writing using the quantity, like here quantities are changed like 2 3 4 2, so I just want to make it fixed, so I'll write here 2. Okay, I'm not using the quantity cell. Instead of using quantity cell, I'm just giving a fixed value, so that you'll understand that here both the part will be fixed. So now let me press the enter key. This is 180 because 90 into 2 is 180. Okay, you can see in the formula bar at the top there also. Now if I click this down over here, see in every place it is 180 only. Reason, when I click here, you can see in the formula here also B3 into 2. So see, first part B3, that is fixed, and second part, instead of giving the quantity cell, I've just stored the value, constant value there, and the same value is executed for everyone. You can see here also, see everything is same. So when both part, like the column as well as row, both remain same, constant. Okay, even if you copy from one cell to another cell, such referencing are known as absolute referencing. Okay children, so now you understood what is absolute cell reference, isn't it? What do you mean by this? That both are not fixed, or both are fixed. What do you mean? In which part both are fixed and in which part both are not fixed? In relative, both are not fixed. Absolute, both are fixed. Both means the column and row. The cell name has two parts. That's why I am telling both. Clear? Okay. See the third one. Mixed. See, the name says mixed. That means it can have, maybe the column part is changing but row remain constant, or maybe the row is changing, column remain the constant. We can make our cell in such a way so that one part is fixed, another part is changing, and we can copy that one in another cell. When we copy another cell, you can see one part is changing, another part is remaining same. That means it can handle the both features, the feature of relative as well as the feature of absolute. So that's why it is known as mixed cell referencing. It has the both features of relative as well as feature of absolute. So to understand this mixed in a better way, see this one. So now we'll learn about mixed referencing. So I'll take the same spreadsheet, I'll just remove the formula part over here. Okay, now I just want to write the formula using mixed referencing. So see the formula how we write. So we have to begin with equal to sign, then the dollar symbol because I want to make it fix, and I will write B3. Okay, so B3. Now multiplications. Okay, then it's begin with C, and again dollar symbol I can use for 3. Now see, in the first part the column, that's B, is fixed and the row 3 is changeable, and again when I'm multiplying, in that case, see, that means column is changeable and the row, that is 3, is fixed. Okay, so 180 it came. Now let me copy this one by simply dragging this one down. You can see everywhere the values are different. Okay, like here 30 into 3, it should come 90, but it's coming 60. Reason, if I click here, you can see B, that is fixed, and here 4 has been changed. That means 30 into C into 3. 3 means which part? That upper part is taking 2 only, the fixed part is taken. So 30 into 2 becomes 60. Got it? 10 into 2 becomes 20. 5 into 2 becomes 10. So this part is changing. The first part is changing, whereas second part the value is remaining fixed. So when in the situation we can use both, that means absolute also, relative also. When both are used together, okay, such type of cell referencing are known as mixed cell referencing. Is this clear, children?